Meet the dodo, the bird equivalent of I don't need a backup plan. This flightless wonder evolved on Mauritius with zero predators, and apparently thought that meant it could skip the whole being fast or smart thing. Imagine surviving millions of years of evolution just to become a giant feathered meatball that couldn't outrun a toddler. Its wings, decorative, its instincts non-existent, the dodo traded flight for fat and fearlessness, which is fine until humans showed up with rats, pigs, and a buffet mindset. It's like building a house with no locks because no one robs anyone here. Genius. Scientists estimate the dodo weighed about 15 to 20 pounds, depending on whether it was fruit season or unlimited buffet for Settlers Week. This thing had all the survivability of a marshmallow at a bonfire and about as much muscle tone. Still, you have to admire its chill. The dodo just lived its best flightless life, unaware it was about to be the mascot for extinction. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're into animals that make you question evolution. Bonus points if you can name a dumber-looking creature. We're looking at you. Blobfish. If you designed a bird to be lunch, you'd get the dodo. It nested on the ground, couldn't fly, didn't fear humans, and had all the escape strategy of a traffic cone. Basically, the dodo was a walking snack pack with no fight or flight, just stand and hope for the best. And oh boy, did predators RSVP in bulk. Once humans landed on Mauritius, they brought their usual party crashers, rats, pigs, dogs, monkeys, basically a Noah's Ark of extinction. And all of them looked at dodo eggs and went, "Don't mind if I do?" Imagine laying a single egg on the ground and thinking, "Yes, this seems secure." Despite popular belief, humans didn't eat dodos that much. Apparently, they tasted like regret and wet socks. But that didn't save them. They were just easy to kill. Even bored sailors took swings. One punchline in a petticoat wrote that dodos were not in the least afraid of man and would waddle up out of curiosity. Big mistake. The weirdest part. Their diet probably included fruits, seeds, and possibly rocks. Yes, rocks to help digest food. Because chewing is for amateurs. Bottom line, if you're delicious, clueless, and shaped like a bowling pin, maybe evolve a few defenses. Let's talk science because even the experts had no idea what the dodo was. At first, they thought it was a type of vulture, then maybe an ostrich. Then some genius said, what if it's just a big pigeon that gave up ding ding ding? Turns out, the dodo is basically a supersized cousin of the Nicobar pigeon. Yep, from sky-flying elegance to whatever this was. Evolution didn't just throw in the towel, it used it to wrap the bird in fat and confusion. To make it worse, 17th century artists absolutely did the dodo dirty. Some illustrations made it look like a cartoon turkey in a bad mood. Others went full fantasy creature with proportions that defy both biology and common sense. And because no one bothered to preserve a full skeleton, modern scientists had to Frankenstein its anatomy from bone fragments found in swamps. Yes, swamps because even its fossil record is a mess. Also, the name dodo, possibly from the Portuguese dudo, meaning fool or simpleton. Because what better way to honor a bird than with a roast in the name? So we misnamed it, misclassified it, drew it like a toddler's fever dream and then wiped it out. Science nailed it. The dodo went extinct in less than 100 years of human contact. That's not a decline, that's a speed run. 1 minute it's chilling on its island, the next it's a cautionary tale in every conservation PowerPoint. And honestly, it didn't even try. There are no heroic last stands, no epic migrations, no adaptation efforts. It just didn't show up anymore. No one noticed until it was already meme material. Today, the dodo is famous not for what it did in life, but for how spectacularly it failed at surviving. Its legacy. Being the punchline for extinction jokes and a symbol of oops in evolutionary textbooks. We don't have full DNA. We don't have a live specimen. We barely have bones. We just have artists' guesses, museum gift shop plushies, and the collective guilt of humanity. And yet, some scientists want to bring it back using pigeon DNA and a lot of lab funding that probably should be used for literally anything else. Because yes, what the world needs now is a resurrected, confused bird with no idea why TikTok exists. They didn't stand a chance, and frankly, they didn't deserve one.